Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into the Veto Pro Pack Tech MCT, the original that I purchased roughly 2 months ago. And we're going to be comparing it to the Veto Pro Pack Tech MCT version 2, the Blackout edition. We'll be going over its specs, features, pricing, as well as its layout, the similarities and the differences compared to the original, so you guys can better decide which bag fits your needs. And if you guys enjoy this content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you guys notice any differences that I forget to mention. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Let's get into this. So here we have the Veto Pro Pack Tech MCT, the original that I purchased roughly 2 months ago. Originally, this bag was actually out of my price range of what I wanted to spend on a bag. But after looking at many different brands and bags, I decided it was just worth spending the extra money to get a bag that I actually wanted instead of compromising and ending up with a bag that I was going to be disappointed with. So I just sucked it up, spent the extra money, and got the bag because I know this is used by thousands in the professional field. And so it's got good quality. It has the layout that I wanted. It's got the size that I wanted. And I do not regret this purchase whatsoever. This bag is definitely way more rugged and well built than any of the previous bags that I've owned before, so I'm extremely happy with this bag. But Veto was actually kind enough to send over this bag, the version 2 or the Blackout edition, which has quite a bit of differences compared to the original, so we're going to go over those. And I want to share with you guys as much information as possible and show you guys the similarities and differences so you guys can better decide which bag is best for your needs, if you can save a little bit of money and go with the original, or if it's worth spending the little bit of extra money in order to get the version 2 or the Blackout with the additional features and the customization that is available for this bag. So hopefully this video helps you out in deciding which bag is better for your needs. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First up, they're going to include a bunch of information. This is actually for the Vswap in the new bag. That is going to be one of the main differences, and it just kind of goes over how versatile this Vswap setup is. Then it's going to include your 5-year warranty paperwork and how to maintain the zipper and just things to be aware of when using these bags. And then here's just kind of a bullet point showing some of the features of the bag and all of that. So just a little bit of paperwork with the bag. And then with the bag, you're also going to get a shoulder strap. This one is all blacked out. It's the same as the one that comes with the original. So nice big clasps here, a nice heavy duty, thick shoulder pad. I don't personally use them with my bag, but it is nice that it's included. One thing I do want to mention real quick also is that I have 2 videos dedicated to this bag already. So I have one when I first got it and it's completely empty. I go over all its specs, features, pricing, all of that information. So I share as much information as possible with you guys on this bag so you guys can see it before it's full of tools. And then I also have another video of it fully loaded out and how I have it set up for my needs. So if you guys want more specific information on the original bag, feel free to check out those 2 videos. Lots of good information in those videos. So one of the big differences is obviously this one's all blacked out. It doesn't have the dual colors. There's no gray or anything like that. It's all one solid color except for a little bit up here on the handle. So with this, some of the similarities, you're going to have the same zippered pocket here. It's roughly 3 to 3 3/4 inches, depending on which pocket on the outside. There's 4 of these zippered pockets, 2 on the front. You can tell this is the front because it has the Veto Pro Pack logo here. And that's how you can identify what pocket you're getting into. It has a couple smaller D-rings here, some heavy-duty zippers, and the locking rings up on the zipper as well. Same stitching, materials, all of that as the original, very rugged and built very well. It's got roughly, I want to say, a 2.5-inch bottom that is going to be waterproof, so just in case you set this thing down in a puddle or anything like that, or you're working in like a basement where it's got a little bit of water or something like that, you know, the bottom is protected up to 2.5 inches, and then the rest is going to be water resistant. The other thing that's different about the front panels is with the original, you're going to have a button here and here. The new version or the Blackout version does not have that because of how they've changed the inside. It's a little bit different, so you don't get this. This is used for folding the front panel down in half so you can kind of get it out of the way. So we'll go over why that's not there on this bag here in just 1 minute. On the side, you're looking at the same thing. You got roughly an inch and a half inch little pouches here on the side, which obviously are good for, you know, markers, pens, knives, little testers, things like that. And then you have your stainless steel tape mount, really nice. Then you have these large D-rings, and actually on mine, I like to keep a hammer in here just because it's a good size, so it works really well for that since I don't use the shoulder strap. But one thing I did notice on this bag is the D-rings are a little bit lower on the Blackout version just because of the new handle setup that you find on this bag. So it's a little bit lower, so if you have a larger hammer, the handle may hit the ground like so before actually being all the way down. So that's just something to keep in mind, but it still works really well, doesn't bother me. Going to the other side, we have once again, the same setup, another large D-ring up here, obviously since it's for your shoulder strap. You have another larger pocket here, or a little pouch, maybe about an inch and a half wide, and then two smaller ones here. So I have like my box knife over here, and then I have a couple of extendable magnet and mirror, so smaller pouches here. And then you have your tape roll holder here as well with some nice little carabiners or clasps, whatever you want to call them. So nice high quality there, not cheap. It's not going to break on you or anything like that. So really nice. I like the design of the outside of the original, so you still basically get all of the same features minus the button on the front, but there are some good improvements as well. On the backhand side, you're going to have the same setup, two smaller D-rings just like what you saw on the front, another zippered pouch here, roughly 3 inches deep. This one is going to be the 3 1/4 inch, 4 inch pocket, and this one's Velcro, and it kind of expands out just like the original, and then it has a smaller pouch inside of here as well. This, if anything, is where I would keep my bits and things that I may be grabbing a little bit more often from the outside of the bag. These zippered pockets are pretty tight. They got some good depth to them, but they're pretty tight, so it makes grabbing like a Phillips head bit or a bit adapter kind of difficult to grab, so I'm always grabbing my magnet to stick down in this pocket. So now I just keep like miscellaneous little things that I may not need all the time, like butt connectors or electrical connectors of some sort. That's primarily what I would keep in these small zippered pockets. The main difference on the outside is actually going to be the handle, which I'm sure a lot of you already know, but the original just has this stitched cloth handle with the big rubber overmold on it, which is still very comfortable, very strong. The stitch straps go all the way down the side and actually underneath the bag. So it's actually lifting the bag from the bottom. You're not just pulling on the top part of the bag, so you don't have to worry about all that pressure being at the top. It's kind of lifting the bag from the base, so that is nice. But one thing about this handle is it's kind of squished like this, which you guys might not be able to see all that well. But sometimes it's irritating because it gets in the way of my zipper when I go to grab my zipper. Now, obviously, it's not a big deal to just move the handle. With the new bag, it's on hinges. So you got a hinge on both sides. It's a nice plastic material sewn in up top. Nice heavy-duty hinges as well. Heavy-duty hardware. You got that same big rubber overmold onto this plastic handle. Very durable. It feels nice and strong. And the great thing is, when I'm going to get in my bag, especially after I get done carrying it, I set it down, the handle's out of the way. It's no longer in the way of the zipper, or if it is down, it's easy enough to flip out of the way. It's not gonna fold back over like the cloth strap one. So I do like this handle design a lot. So that is a nice improvement on the bag. So opening up the front pocket, remember we had the buttons on the original where you could fold this panel in half. Well, this bag's flap now has pockets on it. The original had nothing. It was just a layer of material and nothing on it, so you could fold it in half. You obviously don't want to fold this in half now because you have zippered pockets included, which is a really nice addition, just more storage. So I think it's a good compromise to the button, you know, folding the pocket in half. When looking at this pocket, you have a zipper up top that goes all the way down to here. And then in here, you actually have a strap, and we'll get into that in just a second. But in front of that pocket, you have like this waterproof clear plastic material. So, and it's also got a magnet built into the side over here. So if you keep something, you know, maybe a bit or something in here, there's a little magnet there, or you could even toss it on the outside. I don't know how well it would stay while your bag's moving around, but you know, it's not the strongest magnet, but there is a magnet in there, and it's built into the plastic material. So I do like how they've added pockets on the inside of the flaps. Looking back at the bag, now that we have the pocket open, this strap is actually for holding the flap up. So like before we had this stitched little pocket up here that may hold a flashlight. We don't have that anymore. We have a third additional D-ring up here, and that's going to allow you to clip this here. So you can see it just kind of stays open, holds it from just falling down if you want to set something on there or anything like that. So that's kind of a nice addition. I do like that. And it can be adjusted as well. So, and if you wanted, you could leave that attached so it's constantly like that. But I am glad that they stitched it inside of this pocket, so if you don't use that, it's not just dangling out here all willy-nilly, you know. Looking at the inside here, we have the same basic layout from the original. You have a large padded elastic pocket here, a couple of medium-sized D-rings here, 4 elastic pockets here. This is great for holding those like Malco flip socket nut setters. And then that you have, ooh, bag of candy. Just kidding, don't eat that. You have a couple of medium-sized pockets here. I use these for screwdrivers. This side I have pliers, just so you guys can kind of better see in there. You have those 4 standard pockets crossing the back. Then in front of those, you have 2 larger pockets, which I keep more screwdrivers of various sizes, a little bit larger stuff. And then basically the further you move out from the center wall out, the larger the pockets get. And then on the outside of those last larger pockets, you have 3 smaller pouches and 4 smaller pouches. That's going to be good for, you know, holding precision screwdrivers, small 1/4-inch extensions, things like that, depending on what you use this bag for. And then you still have some space in front of there as well. So another thing to keep in mind is that this is the Vswap system in this bag. So you can actually interchange the center panels on both sides of the bag. So this may be great for those in different fields. So if you're an electrician, you may buy different panels, or if you're an HVAC, or if you're a handyman, you know, you may want different panels. So you can buy this bag without panels in it, and you can buy specifically the ones you want, or you can buy the bag like this, which comes with the tool panel, the hand tool panel, and then more of a larger tool panel, which we'll get into in just a second. But I want to show you how this works. So you got this Velcro strap right here that you lift up, and then it's got a Velcro backing. And you can just kind of slide your hand down the back of the panel, and then you can see you have 2 vertical Velcro straps and then one across the top as well. So, and then in order to put it in, you just kind of push down and then back, and then you simply just push that back and it holds it in place. It's very strong Velcro, so it's really nice. So you can either set this bag up when you purchase it how you want, or you can buy this bag like this, and then let's say you have a work van, you can keep other panels in your work van loaded out already, and then if you know you're going to be doing a little bit different type of job that day, you can take the panel out and put in the one that you think you'll be using. So a little bit of versatility there with the Vswap panels. You do once again have pockets on this, which are going to be the same. It goes from the top pocket goes all the way down to the bottom, and then you have another plastic lined one here as well that you can see through. There is no magnet on this side though, and there is no strap inside this pocket that holds it. The difference here, this is just like the original, same panel, except in the original you obviously can't swap them, but you have this big elastic pouch here, 2 D-rings. You have those same pouches that you have on the other side, the 4 that run across the back. Then you have a larger elastic pouch on both sides, and then one more additional large pouch on this side with some of your smaller ones up front. With this bag though, you are not going to get the smaller side pockets, small little pockets over here on the side. I actually don't even use them, so I'm not missing out with the Vswap one or the Blackout version having these side pockets. I don't really use them. I mean, I'm sure I can, and they're nice to have, but I don't use a lot of the small little pouches. So then getting back into that, it's going to be the same thing on this side. Stick your hand down the back, and then it simply pulls out. They were also kind enough to send over some of their other panels. So let's say you work with a lot of larger tools, or you want to use this as bulk storage. You can buy this bag without the panels in it. And then if you would like, you can buy a panel like this, which is just a straight bulk panel. So you just have like this vinyl leather kind of material that actually protects the bottom of the bag and the back, so you're not tearing up the Velcro or anything like that. It protects it, and then you get your two smaller D-rings, and then there's that bulk panel. So you can have a lot of room for maybe a drill and impact and things like that. We have another variation here, and this is actually their tablet panel. So you have this big orange strap here that you can pull out, and this is actually an elastic pouch to hold a tablet in here. And it is padded as well, so it's going to protect the tablet both on the back and the front. And that's just uses these little elastic bands here. Up here you have another larger pocket. I actually really like this panel here. And then you have two larger elastic ones here, so definitely a lot of versatility with this one. And then you got some smaller ones sewn in here as well, and some pretty good thickness to them as well. MCT Original actually weighs roughly 5.5 pounds. This one is going to be closer to the 6.5 pound range, just because of the change in the handle here, the extra material on the flaps by adding the pockets and zippers, and then having that center wall, and then another layer on top of it when you insert your panels. So you got a little bit of extra weight here, but the maximum capacity of the original is actually 30 pounds, and it weighs roughly 5.5 pounds. This one is roughly 6.5 pounds and can handle a maximum capacity of 35 pounds. So it is a little bit heavier initially empty, but it also holds more as well. So that is also another plus. So the original that I purchased roughly 2 months ago was $189. The Blackout with these upgraded features and customization options is going to be, if you buy it without the panels internally, it's going to be $120. Each panel option with pockets is going to be $50. The bulk backing plate panel is $25. So if you were to buy it just like this, you're looking at $120 for the bag, $50 for the pocket pouch or pocket panel. So you're up to $170 there, and then $195 with the bulk panel. Or if you buy two of the panels, or multiple, then it goes up from there. But when you first saw the bag with those panels in there, not these ones that we have in there now, but when you saw the bag with these two panels in here, you can buy it like that. You can buy it, the bag and these two panels, for $220. So $190 for the original, or an additional $30 for this bag setup. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Once again, hopefully I've provided you with enough information to help you better decide if you can get by with the original and save a little bit of money, or if spending the additional $30 is worth it for you to have the hinged handle, the Vswap panels, the additional pockets on the insides of the flaps. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. I'll have both of these linked down in the description for you guys, but also I'll have the Veto website as well as an Amazon link, but keep in mind, I do not believe Amazon is an authorized seller, and these bags come with a 5-year warranty. So if you purchase them from Amazon, I don't believe you get the warranty. So if you purchase this and you believe you're gonna be, possibly using that warranty within 5 years, you wanna make sure that you either purchase it directly from Veto or purchase it from an authorized dealer. So just keep that in mind. That's very important if you're worried about the warranty. Other than that, I think both bags are absolutely fantastic. I've loved this bag in the time that I've had it. I'm constantly still changing it and tweaking it, but it's been fantastic. I think both are great options, where this is very versatile because you can pick the panels that you want for your specific job, where this is just kind of maybe good, really good for one occupation, but not the best for another, where this one can be altered per the occupation. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts or any other differences that you may know. And as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. See you guys next time.